there, Beth here. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. If you're new here, I'm a reseller on Poshmark, Etsy, and eBay. I resell vintage things, but I also do occasionally pick up something if I know that I can flip it for a good profit, if it's already where I'm looking for vintage things like garage sales. So this channel is all about my journey, so I do these what sold videos, but hauls too, just any experiences that I have, and I try to keep it as real as possible with sharing my numbers, with sharing things that don't go well, mistakes I make, all those things. So if that sounds helpful and interesting, definitely subscribe and follow along with me. So anyway, I do want to say that my voice is a little weird because I'm coming down with something. So I'm sorry if it sounds weird. I don't think I'll have trouble um, keeping from coughing, but we'll see. So this video is since the last What Sold video that I did, which I think was the end of July. I really want to do weekly What Sold videos, and I probably will be consistently doing them, but um, they will probably be short because right now I am selling, but I'm really focusing on getting stuff on the weekends because northern New Hampshire, we don't have much of a summer or a yard sale season, and there's only so many thrift stores, so I really need to go out and get stuff and squirrel it away for the winter and to keep everything fresh. So I have been listing and taking pictures and stuff, but um, I've mainly been focusing on getting inventory and like cleaning it up and stuff and figuring out my storage system and everything. So yeah, so I have 9 sales here and sales on all 3 platforms, which is awesome. I'll save my favorite sale for the last one, so definitely stay tuned. I was really happy with the return. So I'll start on Poshmark. I'm really loving Poshmark's new home market because I think I had the most sales this week there. Four sales. I think I have an extra tab here. We'll find out. Anyway, number one, Anchor Hawking Oyster Pearl Pink Depression Glass Tray. Yeah, so this I kind of dug for in a box at they were cleaning out a storage shed and it was really hard to find anything, and honestly a lot of stuff was broken, and but I could tell that this was wrapped in paper and it was in the bottom of a box, so I dug for it and got this and 2 other depression glass um, pieces. And yeah, so I think I have down that I paid 50 cents for it and I sold it for 13. So shout out to my mom's friend Lisa. Thank you so much for helping me identify this pattern and that it was anchor hawking because it helped me a lot. Okay, I just talked about these in maybe my last haul video or the one before that. I found this cool set of pottery, like speckle glaze, or I don't know, um, yeah, speckle glaze, I guess, creamer and sugar bowl set. And I bought them for $2 and sold them for 18. So I was happy with that. Okay, this was super cool. This was something that my husband sent a picture of me, a picture to me. He was at an estate sale and I was at home, and I asked him to take some pictures of the tables to so that I could try to see if there was anything that should try to flip. And I just saw like the top of this driftwood sculpture peeking out in the back, and I said, "Grab that!" It was on a dollar table, so it was pretty cool. The only thing it was a little off center, so I don't know if you would put something here. I'm not really sure, but I got it for $1 and somebody bought it for 24. So that was awesome. And this is my last sale on Poshmark. This just sold. This is a rainbow Afghan lap blanket. I say lap blanket because it's only 31 by 31. Literally, if you I had a visitor. Okay, so I was talking about this being a small blanket. If you were to sit um, cross-legged and put it on your lap, it would just cover your lap, which was a strange size, but it was big enough to be like a nice lounge blanket on the couch or whatever. So I really liked the pattern. It had fringe on 3 sides, and I got it for $2 and sold it for 20. So that was cool. I had 2 sales on eBay. So I'll link it above. I had a haul, my first or one of my earlier Facebook Marketplace pickups. I got 70-ish of these little golden books, and I was told that a lot of them were first edition. And so they work out to be about 5 or 50 cents each. And they weren't in, some of them aren't in the greatest condition. Like there's discoloring. I just had to disclose everything, obviously. Some of them, this one didn't, but some of them have kids' names in them. But yeah, this was one with a bunch of songs in it. It was a hymn book. So I'm sure it was very sentimental to someone. And it sold for $5. So that's not a huge sale, but 50 cents into $5 is nice. And I have so many of them. Honestly, I sorted through them, found out which ones were first editions or out of print, put those aside, and then I gave a few to my son that he really wanted to read. And then I have a pile that I need to sell on Etsy for people that make journals out of the covers. So I have some work to do with those, and I just really haven't listed any in a long time, but they're super easy to list, so I need to. But anyway, so yeah, $5 and media mail, super cheap shipping. She paid shipping. So this is, I sold another thing of books. This is the Charlie Brown Dictionary from 1973. This was actually my husband's grandma's, and everything was in perfect condition. They were all, yeah, they just seemed like they were never really used. So I listed them and they sold for $30. Oh, okay. That's why I have too many tabs, I think. We'll find out. Okay, on Etsy, I sold this little shelf sitter doll. Um, she was cute. I mean, and the detail on her purse of the crocheting or knitting is really cool. But she was, she was small, and I didn't know who she would appeal to, but somebody loved her, and I sold her for no, $12. I think I paid $2 for her, so not bad. Okay, what am I doing here? Okay, hold on. Sorry. I should only have 3 sales on Etsy. Yep, so I don't need this. Okay, sorry. So I just got this a little while ago. It's a Bakelite brooch, and I got it in an antique mall actually. It was really pretty colors, and I paid $5 for it, and I sold it for 20. So that was a decent flip. And my favorite sale of the, well, my best sale and favorite of the week is um, these little spice bottles in their own wire caddy. So I picked these up at a thrift store for $1, and they weren't in the greatest condition. Vintage stuff is aged, so it makes sense that there are some things that aren't perfect. Some of them were kind of cloudy like this, but they all had. Oh, where's the picture? Made in Taiwan. Yeah, they all had their tops. A couple of them had different ones, but they all had the little sifters. Um, yeah, so I got them for $1 and I sold them for 30. So I was really excited about that, and I'm sure they'll look really cool in somebody's kitchen. So those are my sales for the week ish. Um, and I have my numbers here on my post-it note. Okay, so I had 9 sales. 4 were on Poshmark, 3 on Etsy, and 2 on eBay. My total cost of goods for all 9 sales, all 9 items, was $14. Altogether, I sold everything for 172. But after subtracting the platform fees, which I do a flat 20% when I'm trying to figure out these numbers, it's more, that's more than it probably would be, but it's easier to just do that. So I know Poshmark is 20%. The other ones are a little more complicated, so I just say 20%. So after I take out 20% for fees and what I paid for the item, so the cost of goods, I made 137.60 for my net profit. So I turned $14 into $137.60, which I'm very happy with. So again, I'm focusing more right now on getting inventory. I'm listing when I can. Um, my little guy Angus is kind of making it tough to list because he just is making it hard. um, so I'm basically like trying to weigh things and measure things all at once, like in the living room, and then I run and put them in the office. And then when I get a chance, I go set them up and take pictures of everything. And then as I'm feeding him or when I have downtime and stuff, I'll edit the pictures on my computer and then kind of list throughout the week as I get a chance to. But things have been a little crazy and life happens. So I am happy with my sales, and I'm slowly building my inventory. I'm at about 100, I don't know, I'm sitting at about 115, 120 items in my Etsy shop, so a little bit less in the other ones for when I cross posted. But um, yeah, I'm excited to get to that 200. That's my first short-term goal that I'm really aiming for. I know that I have the I know I have the inventory for it, so I just need to get them up and yeah. So please be on the lookout. Be sure to follow my stores and shops and closets. I'm under Fine Aged Finds on Etsy, eBay, and Poshmark. And be sure to come follow me on Instagram at fineagedfinds. Yeah, and I really appreciate you watching this video. I hope that you found it helpful and interesting, and I will see you in my next haul video. All right, have a great week.